Alright, dudes. I had to do all kinds of shit to get this to work, man. It's ridiculous. I had to go into my sound options and I guess I didn't have my like fucking recording shit right. It's weird. Anyway, as you can tell from the title that I'm gonna put up, this is gonna be another thing about Cloud. It shouldn't be epic. And don't say, like I've said, don't say you're starting drama. I'm sorry. But if I state my opinion and that's considered drama, well, that's kind of your fault, isn't it, for interpreting it as such. Anyway, I'm gonna make a little. It should be short about what he's doing right now. He's doing what does we pay him for him, and I'm not bitching at that because OTG's doing the same thing. I'd be a hypocrite if I'm saying Cloud shouldn't do this just because I don't like him. But the thing is that OTG is a bit rather more. He's more humble about it. He doesn't expect donations. I know Cloud does, and while OTG he might expect it kind of in his head maybe. He doesn't have his PayPal everywhere. He doesn't have shit displayed everywhere. You actually have to ask him for stuff. So you actually need to ask him for it. He's not just gonna give you the information. He's not just gonna have it right there. So he's a bit more unassuming about it, which is better. But Cloud on the other hand has PayPal everywhere on his Ustream or whatever it is. He has the button right there. It's fucking ridiculous. But what this is going to be about is about that. Now, I noticed one thing that doesn't make any sense. Now that he's getting paid, now it seems like opportunities to record have suddenly shot up. He now says, "Well, now say I can record at night or when she's not home or whatever." But didn't he? And before I continue, he also said that she enjoys watching him anyway. So here's what I gotta ask you. For one, didn't he say that that he didn't want to disturb her, even though she said it was okay, which she still does. But now that he had this brilliant idea of getting people to pay him, he's suddenly okay with possibly disturbing her, or it doesn't disturb her at all now, even though she said it didn't before, but he thought it did, or something. So now that he's getting paid, it seems like all of his problems and all of his worries are completely free now. And he said, "I'm not going to do the ones narrating because it's a lot of work for me, and I'm kind of bored now." And yet, he brought up the idea of paying him, knowing that dudes are going to pay him to do narration ones, which is the title of the fucking video. And he suddenly said, "You know what, as long as I'm getting paid, I'm not bored of it at all. I mean, sure it's all this extra work, but you know what, since dudes are paying me, I'm doing it." And don't say, "Well, maybe it's what the fans really want." No, the fans want to see that shit for free. They don't want to have to pay for it. But it's obvious that's what. Ugh, sorry, god damn it. He knows that that's what they're gonna do, and he knows that that's what they're gonna want to get, and so he's just seeing this as an opportunity to make money, right? The idea of him doing it isn't, but the reasons and the way he's doing it is the fucking problem. Okay, he expected to get donations. He has a subscriber number that is ridiculously high for him, and it's climbing, by the way, since he started doing narration ones, which should tell you something right there. Okay, and I mean that's one thing I don't understand is that now he's suddenly fine with doing it, even though it disturbs his wife, even though it does all that. And I don't care if she's real or not. I don't care if she's pretty or not. I want to see her and hear her and see them and do something like that. And you might say, "Oh, because you just want to jack off to her," as Cloud would say. Anyone who thinks that, especially Cloud, has a huge ego. You think I'm going to jack off to her? I don't care how hot she is. It doesn't really matter. Okay? Maybe you think it through your thick fucking head that some people want to see her just because they're curious about her. Or you do need to prove the existence because you've lied about some other shit and you've done all this stupid shit before. So I think it's okay for people to want proof, especially considering humans are naturally curious about the unknown shit, which is her. Because people, at least nowadays, don't know much about her. So you can't bitch at them for that and get all selfish and, "Oh, they just want to jack off to her." Shut the fuck up. But anyway, yeah, I'm about done. But that's what I wanted to make a video for. I just didn't understand it. Why, now that he's come up with the idea for getting paid, he's fine with apparently pissing his wife off, even though she enjoys watching them anyway, but he couldn't do them before because she doesn't, and yet she does. My head's exploding. The illogicalness of the situation is excruciatingly painful because he basically wasn't doing something before, even though fans wanted it, and apparently she enjoys it, so it's like she wants it. So the only reason he wasn't doing it is purely because he doesn't want to, which now he does because he's getting paid for it. I think the word for that is, what am I looking for? Something he says he isn't at all, and I've called him that before. Oh yeah, selfish.